Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night health coach Zoom call. And I'm Susan Pallas, and it is December the 1st. I am beyond thrilled. The first Tuesday of the month is our celebration call. And we have a lot to celebrate. We were grateful for wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. And wasn't it fun to talk to our clients who either lost weight or maintained their weight or created a different relationship with the food they were eating and the day and just a new way of thinking about their lifestyles over the Thanksgiving holiday. I never get tired of that, and it's always so cool. So anyway, and we're just thrilled to celebrate a new integrated national director tonight. That is not an easy thing to do. We're here and we're celebrating an executive director and a new manager. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Nicole first. Integrated national director. Executive director, every executive director you can get on, manager, senior coach, you can get on your own. Once you reach and that requires a whole set of skills. And they are, it is a learning and growing process to acquire clients, to support them, to really grow with them and grow a solid executive director business. Once you hit regional and national and then integrated, it requires inspiring others. You're like a talent scout who wants to do what, where. You want to find out, there's just a whole different set of skills with having people that you don't pay a dime, so you're not their boss, you're not, we just offer a way and a system and plug them into our system and awaken something within them that wants to grow. So it requires a whole new set of skills. And I have just loved watching Nicole DeWard grow and shine and just awaken some skills. So Nicole, why don't you tell us what it feels like? I know you've been working on this a while. It just doesn't come up. It just doesn't happen automatically. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yes, that is true. We've been giggly at our house because my youngest son, Jordan, we call him my mini-me. And he has never liked that because it says it means he looks like a girl. But we tell him it has nothing to do with that. He just has a very similar personality. And so when about probably a year and a half or so ago, I told the kids that when I had, might have been a little more, it's before the integrated plan came out, when I said, when I get 7 smiley faces, we're going to go on a plane because my children have never been on a plane. And Jordan, of course, he's like, I get to go on a plane. So every month, y'all should feel sorry for me because every month he's like, Mom, how many smiley faces? I'm like, I already have enough pressure. And so he asks every month. So when I knew that it was quite possible this month, and I said, Jordan, Nani is so close. So Nani is Sandy Hughes. Nani is so close. She is going to help me get another smiley face. And he's like, does that mean you're going to have 7 smiley faces? So he was so cute. I had to email him the picture of the smiley faces. And today his response to me, y'all are going to love this. He goes, okay, awesome. So when you get 8 smiley faces, does that mean we get to go on 2 plane trips? I thought that was the best ever. Okay, so good. So moving on now to 8. So 8 would be global. So here we go. We're ready. So we're so excited. I could not be, I always knew with Molly and with Susan that when they were so excited when I hit executive director, I thought, this is kind of weird. Like, why are they so excited for me? And there is just nothing like having one of your coaches who is working and wants it and who makes a way, like, it's so awesome to have a certain development in yourself, but there's just not words to describe when you see it happen for someone else. So it's like when we help our clients and they achieve a goal that in that first client intake and they're like, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to do this. We're digging and we're dream weaving. And then they do it and you're like, that's so awesome. But man, when you become a health coach, it changes who you are. When you fully embrace what Take Shape for Life has to offer and the whole process of coaching, it changes who you are. It's a personal development that we get paid to do, which I think is so incredible. And so when you have people in your on your team who are getting what they want by helping others, it is the most amazing goodwill. And I'm so privileged to be a part of it. So I'm so excited to introduce. Do I get to introduce?
Yes, you get to introduce.
Oh, good. That's even better. So Sandy Hughes has been on a mission for several years and has gotten clarity like no other over the last 6 months. And we've been celebrating her, as you know, on several calls because she continues to advance in leadership. And so now she's hit the first leadership rank of executive director. And I know that is the first of many things that we're going to be celebrating in leadership ranks, because she's got some plans. And I'm going to let her tell you about those plans and what the shift was for her, and how she can help inspire. She's been inspiring me. And so I know that she'll inspire you. So Mama, take it away.
Wow, I didn't know I was inspiring you. Jeez, we inspire each other. That's pretty awesome. I can't even hardly say anything, which is unusual for me. I'm so humbled by all this, and you guys are so incredible. The support that you have for me and the congratulations that I received over and over and over from you guys, I love all of you. You're just all so incredible. And you know, the famous quote I just shared with someone today said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And you guys are it. And it's like I've been on the outside of this circle and you guys are all playing in your circle and I'm watching. And I got tired of watching, dang it all. And so I wanted to get in that circle and play too. And so I'm thrilled beyond belief. And when Ron called yesterday and asked to talk to me, he said, is this Sandy? I said, yeah. And of course, I said, do you remember me? Do you remember that I'm Nicole's mom? I just always do that. Oh, I know who you are, he says. And he even asked for the melting machines before and after pictures because he's only 2 pounds from goal. Woo, woo, woo. This coming weekend, he will be at goal. And that's been a privilege. I had my first event last weekend. It was incredible. I got some signs for my car. I have a new team name. My team name is the VISO team, Victory in Serving Others. And done a lot of things with that. And my goal, I have an office job and I like it, but I hate the hours and it's getting in my way of Take Shape for Life. And so my goal is, and I was telling Ron to be walk away from my job by August. And he said, well, you know, convention's in July. What if you made it for July? I'm like, exactly. I'm going to walk away from my job by July. I'm going to be seated and grounded so that I do not have to work over there and I can play with Take Shape for Life. So that's my goal.
Wow, I just love it. Are you kidding? And then there was a couple of goals. There was one goal that kind of really, you were kind of close, and then there was something that really inspired you. It's always about the why, because you got to shift a little bit to new goals.
I forgot that part. Nick said, you know, Mom, when you become executive director, you're automatically can go to the trip in Maryland and have lunch with Stacy and I. Stacy is my favorite niece in the whole wide world. And I said, oh my gosh, I've got to go to that. I've got to go to that lunch with you guys. So I pushed and pushed and pushed. Thanksgiving weekend, I worked so hard doing Take Shape for Life. I think that I perspired just because I kept working it and working it and working it. And I was so close to the end, I called 5 of my friends and I said, hey, buy some bars just for snacks. You can be healthy. I will take it out in haircut trade and give you haircuts. So your haircuts will be free. Just get some bars. And so they said, okay. So it worked.
I love it. Whatever it takes.
I know it. I know it.
Whatever it takes. And I think Nicole said you felt like you were really working, harder, and put more effort and energy into it than you had before.
Than ever.
Yeah, I know. And did you find that, Nicole, too? Like when you're reaching for something, you have a goal, it's like you find that, you see how you weren't working it before. Because to go, there's a lot of energy.
Well, you know what it is, and just like with anything else, when we have intention, that is really what drives us. And so we can want something, but having a clear vision of what will happen when. And so when sometimes when things seem too far out, we let things slide. Like, I can't really see it happening yet. And so, but that's why momentum is so important and why events are really the key to growth. And so when you go to an event, whether it's a local event, whether you hold your own event, no matter what, it creates this momentum that you're able to see yourself where you want to be. And without that consistent reminder, we sometimes put it so far out that there's no momentum that's creating the drive. And sometimes we get tired and we're just, But when you start to see it happen, it's like when you light a match and you have a bunch of unlit matches and they all spark and ignite. That's what happens in growth, and why we're all so important to each other, because we can build off of each other's successes. And you know how it is, if you're having a bad day and someone is just shining their light all in your life, and sometimes you can either get irritated or you can just join them, right? So, here's to hoping people aren't irritated, but they're just embracing the shine that we give in their life. And so when we're reaching for a goal, it's not necessarily about the goal, but it's about the journey. The goal is the clear-cut intention that we make in order to pursue what it is we've always wanted. So congratulations, Mom. I'm so proud of you.
I would have to add, though, that my grandson, your son, is so much like his nanny, because I was thinking yesterday, all right, what's the next level?
Now what? Now what?
Where do I go next?
Well, it's that, what's so cool about that is that, with our clients with weight loss, and, once they reach their goal, if they're not thinking what's next, what's going to happen? They're going to slide backwards. So I love that you're thinking about what's next. And one thing you said, Nicole, that you do get tired. And I know I've never thought of a goal, or there's a goal out there. I've never said, oh yeah, I'm always go, oh, I think I can do it. I always kind of go okay, from here, it looks tiring. But the minute I get into action, did y'all find that it's energizing? And then things start coming to you because you have that goal. You made the decision, basically. Okay. And then things start coming that you didn't know were going to come. Did y'all find that?
I wanted to mention that somebody asked me today, how do you have to grow in order to have orders just waiting to place on the last day of the month? And I said, I learned that from Susan. But as you're growing and you're being intentional with your business, there is something that changes in you that exudes this confidence, this drawing that people want what you have. And you don't go looking for them. They come looking for you because they want what you have. And so when you're being intentional about, okay, I'm not feeling it right now, but I know that if I do eventually things will start to happen and I won't feel like I'm pursuing, it's just happening. But the minute we take our foot off the gas, that's where that structural tension is, where we hold that rubber band. And if we're holding it in tension and we move closer to the goal, we have to create more tension in order to keep that momentum moving forward. And so that's what it's like. That's why Take Shape has a brilliant compensation plan, because it always moves you forward to that next place of, okay, the now what? So I'm just so excited. Can't wait to celebrate more people.
Exactly. I can't wait to celebrate more people. And Sandy, you said something about being in the circle is as much fun as you thought it would be, the accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that instead of staying in the circle, you go, okay, now what another circle? So very cool. Very, very cool. If we have some time at the end, I have some questions I want to ask you guys. But I want to, Dee Corchin, you have a new manager. I want to, introduce Jennifer. We haven't talked to her much, but we've definitely watched her grow. So can you introduce Jennifer for us?
Congratulations to Nicole and Sandy. It's so exciting. I really feel like we're just building such a quality leadership team, and I think Sandy's a great example. It's like we're not a club. I mean, the doors are wide open. We want everybody to be a part of this and just keep growing. So it's so fun to see what's happening in Team Palace. So Jennifer Holloway is a coach on my team, and Jennifer works full time. She's celebrating that she's reached a 100-pound milestone with her weight loss, and so she's been helping people. It's something that she does very, very well. Sometimes senior coach, sometimes not. But this month, she actually accomplished the rank of manager. And that was working also in conjunction with Debbie Pasco, who's underneath her. And Debbie had a really bang-up month, and I think a lot of it had to do with that she held her own first event last month and just did a lot of powerful things. So Jennifer, I already unmuted you, so you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, I just really tried to work I know it was Black Tuesday, but I called it, or Black Friday, but I call it Black Tuesday. And I really tried to just work that, and I had every single one of my clients, whether they're on maintenance or, in their weight loss phase or transition, go ahead and order, because that's, unheard of, the extra points that they gave. And it also encourages people to keep going, and I think some of the people were waiting, and it helped them, kind of stay on track with their weight loss goals, or, stay on maintenance, or, keep their plan going. I think it was a really great way to keep people focused. And I really worked that, and Debbie Pasco growing her, clientele was amazing. She rocked it out this month, so that really helped too. But I just, wanted everybody to take advantage of the awesome deal that Take Shape for Life was offering. And it just really worked out that everybody, not only were we, helping ourselves, of course, but just, it really felt good more to help everybody else stay on track, or refocus, or, stuff like that during the holidays. I loved that.
Yeah. And did you have one new client, somebody who was kind of waiting in the wings? Was that right? That took advantage of that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, it did help spur one person to just take the plunge, because she's been talking about it with one of my clients who's lost 40 pounds, and she's, looking fantastic, and she's been, singing the praises, and she's just kind of been sitting there waiting, and she was just like, okay, discount, let's go. So she's super excited, and she should be starting this week. So I'm happy to help her start, toward her goals.
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations. Yeah, you did such a great job taking care of your clients, and it was great that you had your pre-clients, your people that you were waiting for, that you reached out to them. You took the time to reach out, and it was the deciding factor for somebody. So well done.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved that I was able to, just kind of have a little incentive to help spur them on.
Nice.
Awesome job, Jennifer. And I love what you said about it being like, we really have something to offer. And I think if we really understand what it is, and Nicole said it too, what we have to offer, then we're, we get in our own way and we think we're bothering somebody, or, if we're offering a gift to somebody and really coming from that place, we can help so many more people. They're just waiting for us. There's just one of the things that we've been talking about, and I want to let Debbie Pasco share because you really rocked it, and I forgot that you had done it before, but anyway, I'd love for you to share. But one of the things that Liz had, inspired us with 2 weeks ago was to have 2 conversations a day, 10 a week. And I heard, it was funny because I was listening to a podcast, and I heard someone say, if you have 2, they said, say 2 meaningful conversations. And so what I have learned, so I've been, Liz inspired me, that whole conversation we had inspired me to really try and have those meaningful conversations, and Thanksgiving was such a great time to do it. And what I learned was, if you sit down and talk to somebody and make an effort to talk to somebody and ask questions, very interested, because if we're not interested in people, we probably wouldn't be on this call. I mean, this isn't the right business for you. I'd hang up now, and give it up. But if you like talking to people, you're interested in them, more times than not, someone in their life has a struggle with health or has a financial need. Just in conversation, that will come up so often. And so I was playing with it a lot this, holiday, where I was seeing different people and really practicing talking to people, just taking interest in them without an agenda. And every single time it came up. And I was able to, it could be far-fetched, an accountant, needed money. So, I threw it out there, it could be far-fetched. But it really, we have an answer. It might not be the right answer for everybody, but coming from that place of taking an interest in what people do, and then can we serve them? Can we help them? And we can. So I love it. Debbie, so you, will you share, you had your first event, and, Dee, you want to say anything about Debbie, or, Debbie, can you share with us some of the things that you did to really explode this month?
Yeah, I'm got to keep the momentum going, like you guys are talking about. I'm eager to keep going and keep moving. The event was a good one. I found a guy who does CPR certification, and it's $25 for this class, and which is a really good price. Usually people are paying like $45 or $60. So I contacted him and I said, well, how many people if I wanted to, and I wasn't even thinking Take Shape for Life at that point. I was just thinking I was overdue to get certified again. So I said, well, how many people would you need for me to collect if you were to come to us? And he said, oh, if you can get me 5. And I was like, I can do that. So I got a number of people together. I think 13 people said yes, and then only 8 people showed. But basically I advertised it because I was on several of my neighborhood's websites. We have a huge community. And the gist was learn to save a life and live well, or something to that effect. And so at the beginning of it, this was all Dee giving me pointers. But I made the mini muffins of the gingerbread and of the brownies, and I had coffee and I had water and I had fruit and I had little mini quiches. And so people came in and they ate and they signed in and all that. And then I gave a small presentation about like what I do. And then we had our class. It was a 3-hour class, so I didn't want to take a lot of time. And I got some interest, but I feel like doing that gave me, that was a good learning experience for me, so that I will continue to do a better job presenting myself and presenting what I do. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of potential for doing a lot of good, and I'm excited about it.
Love it, Debbie.
And Debbie also attended some networking events. She had been attending one, but you attended a new one this month as well. So you've been kind of putting yourself out there into some different situations.
Yeah, I met a lady who's a director of a hospital nearby, and she's having an event in December, and it's a Santa thing. It's not a health thing. And I talked to her at that networking event, and I said, look, would this be something that you would be interested in? And she was like, absolutely, let's get together. And so maybe, I'll get in touch with her and follow up. But potentially I'll go to that as well and speak at least, or get my, you know, I don't think there's a whole lot, like in Roswell and Marietta, that area, there's a lot of you guys, but there's not a lot of people here in the Jacksonville area that I know about. So it would be good for us to grow and expand here.
We can help you do that.
Yep, definitely. All right, well, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nicole, Sandy, Debbie, Jennifer, and thank you all for being on the call. I just so appreciate all that you contribute to my life and to the lives of others. So have a great week, and we will see you. Those of you that live in Atlanta, we'll see you Sunday afternoon. We're doing an event here, and we're really excited about that. And I love what Debbie said, that Dee was able to help her create an event in her area, and so we always want to do that, and we are more than happy. It takes a team to create something. So you know, think about ways that we can help you in your area as well. So good night, everybody. Thanks again.
Night.